eighth house is revenge. He's getting some kind of revenge. But is it revenge for Thanksgiving? Welcome, everyone. It is World Predictions and Royal Revelations time. I'm Astrologer Val Evans. It is Friday, November 21st, and I'll be reading the cards and charts with Amber from Taurus Moon Tarot to see what's ahead in this week's news. Today, we're investigating what's off the rails over the next 12 months for the UK when it comes to people in power. I'll be using a predictive astrology technique using soul return charts that you can't find anywhere online. So if you're not a royal watcher, it's a great way to learn astrology. And thank you to all of my subscribers and especially my members, the valedictorians who help make this show possible. We get more likes when we dress up. And so I kind of gave Amber the memo a little late, but she's still in character, whatever that is. Thankful. How about that? The new moon is in Scorpio. And so that's going to mean something. We are going to be seeing some secrets. Things are coming out. Hello, Amber. How are you?
How is harvest?
It was very difficult, but we got through it. In my household, it's always a debate whether we really need mashed potatoes and sweet potatoes. And the answer is yes, you need both. Now, you have had quite a week with weather. How is it now? Is it cleared up?
The sun has finally come out just this afternoon, and we're starting the great dry up. I hope.
Okay.
It's
okay, good. Yeah, that was kind of a freak thing, wasn't it?
It was the most days of rain I've seen in 10 years here, consecutively. Yeah.
That's amazing. And there's a lot of crazy weather right now, which we would expect because of Mercury retrograde. It is it's either super cold or there's some kind of crazy storm coming through. And in the Northeast too, I believe. We need to ask you what your thoughts are for this week, and that's going to be the week of November 23rd.
Well, maybe it's the Scorpio new moon, but very interesting. I'm going to see fertility or infertility or something around fertility, pregnancy, also around the government. There's a strong message around fertility or infertility specifically and the government. And then I also had a second message that just jumped out over and over and over with the Death card and the Seven of Swords. So certainly betrayals, deception, that sort of thing. But the first thing that I thought of was faking a death. Someone fakes their death, or there's talk of someone staging something. It's fake. That's what I was getting with the Death card.
Oh, well, we've got Scorpios in the house here, and we can spot fake. So that's the good part of Scorpio. We can see underneath the surface, and that's part of some of the themes that I've got here for some of the omens and symbols. Princess Diana's wax work was unveiled in Paris, wearing her revenge dress. How about that for a scorpionic theme for the week? And I definitely think that this is some kind of omen here. Can you draw a card on this? Is this an omen? We're seeing that revenge dress.
Woo! Yes, 10 of Swords in the upright. Swords are always information. So it means something. It has meaning. There's meaning, yes.
Okay, great. Yeah. There's meaning, but also, would that be like something, we're trying to move on from something, or
something comes to a close, something ends. It could be the conversation around information ends.
Okay. Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Now we've got Camilla here, and we had a couple of conversations about her tiara that she was wearing on I think it was the past day or two. She was wearing Princess Eugenie's tiara from her 2018 wedding. And it was kind of a nod, they say, of support for her because she feels bad for apparently Prince Andrew's children. But there were other people who were saying how she shocked everyone because usually you can see, I don't know, it's kind of a small picture. There's a support of the tiara that you can see. And she chose to wear it like this. Most people cover it up, or a hairstylist will cover it up so you can just see the tiara itself. I wonder if this is an omen of some kind of transparency that's coming out. We're able to see something you don't normally get to see. Maybe it's with Camilla.
Seven of Swords came out again against that Death card, which is about, trying to get away with something, perhaps.
Oh,
What is she
okay.
trying to get away with that?
We'll be able to see it, I think. Yes, Angel. Revenge. Also, Princess Charlene. It's something with tiaras this week. She was wearing her tiara for the first time since her 2011 nuptials. What a beautiful tiara. Can you give us some kind of indicator on why we're seeing tiaras and remembrances of weddings?
Interesting. Oh, wow. I mean, the Knight of Cups, this is about romance. This is someone, this is love. This is Valentine's Day sort of energy. And sometimes it's an engagement. I saw that last week also.
Wow.
Maybe it's people announcing engagements.
Okay. Angel, they lose their titles and everything, and she wears Eugenie's wedding tiara. Seems rude to me. All right, so I'm seeing bears. This is a nice symbol in a sense. She's posing with Paddington Bear, so there's one. Then we've got a grizzly attack that's in the news. This just came in this morning, even though I think it might have happened yesterday. And then we had another attack. So something about a bear. And I was wondering if it's an omen of a bear market.
Hmm. Woo! Four of Swords in reverse to the answer to the question. I would kind of see that as a no, but it's something maybe bigger. It's maybe,
Whoa.
Yeah, it's something major. It's like a big dip. Yeah.
Oh my God. That could be is that a crash? Is that a market crash?
It could be. And look at the next card, the World.
Whoa.
Yeah, could be more global.
Okay. The stock market is in trouble. It's been up and down the past week. So they were thinking that NVIDIA, the AI company, was going to boost the market, and it did for a little bit, and then boom, came down again. So it's a real roller coaster. They're more like they're fasting. I'm wondering if Catherine and William are eating vegan. It would make sense with the weight loss. I gotta say, with the impending responsibility of leading a country, that's got to be stressful. So I although me personally, I would be overeating. I'd be eating cookies and Cheez-Its. Yes, some kids were attacked by a bear in British Columbia today. In fact, I thought I had that up, but yeah, I saw that as well. Crypto market is down, and it's strange for this time of year. Yep. Okay. So yeah, we got bears. We're seeing trains again. Now, we were talking about a train accident, and that week I'm going to have to put something together for everyone for like a short, but yeah, there were like 4 train accidents. It wasn't enough for global news though, and I still think we're seeing maybe some kind of symbols of something about a train. I don't know, but Train Dreams just dropped on Netflix like yesterday. And so I was like, okay, this has got to be something. This is something about a train. And then we saw on his birthday, King Charles. Have you ever seen this before? A king driving. It was a tram train. It was in South Wales. Talk about a shocker. And shock is hilarious as well as electrical, which they were talking about electrified railways. Any thoughts about this train omen?
Interesting. Okay. I don't like the clarifier. Again, here we are with the Tower. But this actually, reminds me of something that comes back around. And if there's an accident of a train that's extremely famous, it's like a repeat. It's like almost the same problem repeats itself. Something we've seen before with that 6 of Cups in reverse, something coming back from the past.
Ooh.
Could even mean that it's an older train.
Yes, could be.
But with the Tower, it might be something,
could be a symbol that we need to modernize the trains or something like that. We need to fix the trains. And thanks, Deb. Val, you said William would lose weight I think it was like a year ago, wasn't it? Like it was the William Disappears show. Yes. And he did also, he was accused of disappearing because during their yacht holiday, he took off for that game and
That's
nobody knew
right.
about it. So he did kind of disappear. Gulnaz says she's always been skinny, but she's been through a lot, recovering from cancer and abdominal surgery. Well, I didn't know that. It's so interesting. The Wizard of Oz was very popular in 1939, and we're talking about World War II type of energy. Weird how we're seeing a reboot of Wizard of Oz now. Focusing on 1939, there was one podcast, it was like NPR, one of those New York channels that were talking about 1939 this week and the fascists and all of that stuff. So I thought that was very interesting that we would be seeing this duo and how this is kind of a symbol of Sati Sati, which is Saturn and Moon together. In this case, they're not mortal enemies, they are friends. Are we in a K-shaped economy? I heard this morning and I was like, wow, K is one of our Leo letters. Anything with a K usually is Leo. I went to this high school. It ended with a park in Maryland. I knew a lot of girls who played soccer and all of their names started with K. And I was not interested in any of that. They were always talking about trophies and whatever. Little did I know I was dropped into, a Leo environment. And meanwhile, I just went home and watched General Hospital. My first exposure to like a Leo environment. But anyway, are we in a K-shaped economy? This really shows that, and this is really more for the Americans, but I think probably applicable to different countries. It shows the gap between the richest and poorest and how it's widening. So that's kind of like a Leo thing. So we're seeing more Leo. We had a clue last week about boats. You got Two of Swords reversed, I think, something that was either stranded, and we're trying to talk about what it could be. Well, here it is. This happened, I think, came across the wires at least this morning. U.S. Navy vessel blocks Russian oil tanker from reaching Venezuela. So, my God, we're going to be. I'm already sick of hearing about water, boats, Russia, drugs, secrets. Like, enough about the Pisces already. Let's move on. It does seem as if there's a lot of stuff between the US and Russia, especially with Epstein, because it seems as if there are accusations that a lot of money was wired to Epstein and Russian bank accounts. Seeing more boats here. I do want to talk about this past week's prediction and how we're still here in Friday. We're in the Aquarius day. And so what I do is I pull the chart for midnight for the Sunday of every week, and we look at each house like a day. And so we're already in here in the Aquarius, and look at and it's still the case this week, but with Uranus opposing this. Wow, this is a lot. But this looks like the bad guys are shocked. And it looks like that for this next week, too. Can you tell us anything? Why do I get bad guys? Because of Black Moon Lilith down here. Mercury is opposing. This is thieves. These are people who are taking, and they are absolutely shocked.
Well, this is a weakened power. Definitely someone who is typically very powerful. That King of Wands in the reverse. That is your fires put out. Two of Wands. This always makes me think of someone maybe in the Middle East.
Oh.
Oh, there's so much Capricorn energy, and I get government. I get this death, deceit of a death. I don't know what that is, but we'll have to see.
Christine, you said no Leo in your chart. Isn't that interesting? And yet your name starts with a K. I do not have any Leo in my chart either. And I have had so much Leo as far as themes in my life. It's crazy. My mother's maiden name starts with a K. There's a lot of other things that are kind of in, like I was sort of living maybe in somebody else's Leo environment, but yeah, it's very strange. Hughes is here. Welcome, Margaret. Elphaz, do you think Kate will disappear again because of illness? I suppose we should. It's not a. Let's ask a question about Kate. Let's just ask a general question about Kate. Okay. How's she doing in the next 6 months?
Okay. She could have some setback. She could have a mini setback. Two of Swords where you're kind of stuck, but it's temporary. It's very momentary. She might be under the weather. I mean, this is sort of that, I feel like nausea. This is like a nauseous feeling, but that there's, going forward, sort of increasing power and recovery. If there is, it's a blip, I would say, but she might have 2 episodes of that, small little moments.
Christine, I was bullied because I was a cheerleader. Yes, cheerleader envy. We're still looking at the chart for last week. Yeah, so we've got Friday. The big news right now, because everybody was holding their breath because Trump was going to meet Mamdani today.
Yes.
And so apparently, they were not thinking it was going to be good. And so Trump surprises everyone and calls himself a fascist.
Yes.
So in his weird humor, that's happening right now. So far, I don't see any big shockers, but wouldn't be surprised if, that was a shocker, but maybe how are we doing in the next 12 hours when we're talking about this Uranus opposition?
Ooh. Well, I was going to say it could go one of 2 ways. We could have tale of 2 stories. The 2 of Pentacles, the 2 of Wands. We need to clarify that. It's up and down. That 2 of Pentacles is like, now the 3 of Wands. Something will come of 2 storylines. It's like they converge and come together. There's 2 different storylines that are coming out in the next 12 hours around maybe that.
Okay.
2 versions. Mm-hmm.
Okay. This is a government thing. This is about investments. I wonder if maybe there could be a press release or something that comes out about the economy or maybe something like that, or could be a strike coming up. Could you tell us, is there a strike coming up in the next 5 days? Let's say in England.
Okay. I mean, if it's a yes card, it's 9 of Cups in the upright. This is people taking things to the nth degree. This is something, but it's positive. There's positivity around standing up for oneself.
Okay.
Perhaps.
Wow. That looks like something that's good for the people or the workers, maybe.
Okay. Workers. Yeah. Money.
Okay. For every solar return, you're going to start on your birthday. For England, I'm doing the old chart, old school, 1066 on Christmas. This is William's coronation at 12 in the afternoon. We had a lot of fights there. Ninth house is publications. It's court. It's a lot of bad press. And in a big T-square, the Royals had a real hard year this year. And you could really see that the Royals retrograde were weak. And they were in the news too much. Everybody was getting fired. Even the brother was getting fired. So there it is up there. Now we're in this last time period here before we get to the new chart. This has to do with either a marriage. It could mean a judge, but there's an opposition with Chiron. Yet there is a nice grand trine with Jupiter and in Gemini. So this could mean a group of judges, a group of married people. Who are these people here that are coming into the scene over the next month?
Could it be one of those large mass weddings where there's like a bunch of people getting married at the same time?
Maybe.
And I have Pisces energy too. So it could be homosexual, gay couples.
Oh, gay couples.
Or foreign. Could be gay couples.
And the 12th house is foreign. Libra is an Asian country. Yet I don't like that Chiron there with the Mars. This is an adverse energy. This is what we want. This is somebody who's trying to mess something up. Who is this person who's trying to mess all of this harmony up?
Yeah, these 2 together, the harmony, and then it's causing a lot of pain, mental anguish. Let's see who. Oh my gosh, that Emperor in reverse. Someone in the government, maybe someone in power. Kind of feels like this is odd. It's like it's a couple. It's like there's a couple trying to do something to not make it work.
The moon is in there, and the moon it's a female. I think it might have something to do with maybe Andrew. Maybe Andrew, because it's in this T-square with Leo, and I'll show you. You could see with right here, and the Mars in Leo here in a square. This is kind of like somebody coming out, maybe talking about a relationship or something. Is this about Andrew? This coming up in the next month?
I just pulled what was on the bottom, and it just made me think of someone taking center stage, having something to say, but it almost made me feel like they are with a lawyer. Like that's the couple, the man and the woman. But it's shocking.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Yeah. And this is really like, it feels like this person is doing this around Christmas for revenge. So they are sitting on it. They are sitting on it. And that's how we know, because the 12th house is, it's right before Christmas. Now we've got the 1066 UK chart, a whole different chart. We don't have Mars in the 9th house in a T-square. We do have a vertex in the Regulus area. So this is a nice aspect for royals. This is some healing that's happening this year. There is some harmony, believe it or not. And yet for this chart, we have Mars on or conjunct the rising sign. It's partile, meaning it's the same degree. Now, this means we've got activists, we've got things that are getting done. When you have a planet that rests on the rising sign, you're a hybrid. So that's going to show Capricorn and Aries together, and they go well. It represents construction, maybe new construction. It represents maybe something that has to do with the timber industry. But we've got a nice sextile here to the 2nd house. And so this shows that there's some money coming in to England here. It's like the first couple of weeks of maybe January. What is this? I mean, it is Pisces. So it could mean the fishing industry. It could mean good news that has to do with Pisces.
Let's see. Well, it benefits sort of average population, groups of people that are average population. 10 of 1. It's almost like people who travel quite a bit. People who travel.
Yes. Oh.
Movers. I mean, it's like not nomad, but people who are on the move all the time.
Could it be migrants?
It could be. Yes. And 5 of Wands in reverse is like kind of letting down some barriers, like allowing for some movement, less competition, fewer people to battle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now anything else? Okay. The sun here, now the sun rules Leo. So, and the sun is in the back here in the 12th house. We cannot see. It looks like 2 people here. This is maybe government people, and there is a square here. There's something happening where I think it might be some kind of fraud. It might have some kind of art. It could be the art world, and we might be seeing that maybe in February. Wait, this would be December, January 25th. Yeah, probably in February, maybe one of the months. Do you think this is something that has to do with government? And I don't know. I don't know what this is. It could also be ships, the shipping industry. What do you think this is with the Capricorn in a poor aspect of Pisces?
I mean, the answer to the question was yes. With this 6 of Wands, it's highly recognizable is what's coming to mind. But it's something around, households, families, lots of people with families. King of Pentacles. These 2 together always remind me of the royal family. I don't know why it's coming out, the royal family. Yeah, and that's King Charles.
Oh, Christine, you're moving in 3 weeks. That's a good time. Good time to move. Yeah, this is government, and this looks like a fraud. It's a fraud,
Mhm.
and I think somebody's going to jail because that's 12th house, and there's a female in there. Did you say that there was a couple, or was that the
Yes.
other?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like 2 people.
Now this
Man
could
and
be an
woman.
older woman. Can you give us a profile on who this fraudster woman is? Oh,
Mm.
she's a baddie.
Oh, okay. Makes me think of this. Oh, she could be blonde. Yeah, I'm getting like this 2 blondes. I've got the hermit, probably very sharp wit, probably someone you don't see a lot in public. That hermit is very, hidden, disguised. But they might actually be, it's funny, it's like Leo qualities. I don't know why I see Leo qualities, but lots of blonde hair. They may be divorced, but have children and could be older.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the whole year. We got a lot to go. Mars can be this something that has to do maybe with the police. And it could have something to do with
Mm.
security, police. There could be, these are rules. And it's like the rules go out the window for some reason. So this is this week's chart. We've got Virgo rising. So we've been seeing this. Virgo represents workers. And this is probably the first time you'll see a pilgrim holding up a Wall Street journal. But at the top, it says delayed jobs report is strong. And so, of course, we're seeing this week's chart
Mhm.
with Virgo rising and South Node with a square in a T square like that. This is workers who are sad, especially over the holidays. I mean, it's a double whammy when you lose your job and then you had all these plans and you've got to cancel them. And it's very, very tough. So we're seeing that this week. Let's see where Mercury is. Mercury is retrograde, obviously. And so, the workers are in shock. And there are a lot of shocked workers. Are we going to see, it's November 21st now, between now and Christmas, are we going to see more shocking layoffs?
Yeah. Mm. Yes. The 8 of Swords. That's to be let go. Literally. Released. Let
Okay.
go. Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's going to be in the US?
I guess if I read it as a yes, no, it's a yes. But I also have the moon card. So is it a female type of industry or maybe a more feminine industry that we see it in where women are more likely employed? Yeah. Female workers.
Is there something else about workers you can pull for us?
Let's see. It's more about women. Maybe the entertainment industry, female entertainers. I know that's not a layoff situation, but we could see some headlines around women in the industry.
Oh, Venus in Scorpio. These are maybe investment types of people. Maybe it's like Goldman Sachs or something like that, where it's an investment house. But this is also, it could be shocking news about women in the sex industry too.
That's what I was just going to say. That's
Yeah.
exactly what I was seeing. I was thinking of that industry, entertainment
Yeah. And we might see them
industry,
in the
women.
news. We might see them in the news, like, are we going to see some shocking photographs of women that have lost their jobs in the next week?
Ooh, let's see. Five of Wands, yes. I mean, that Five of Wands in reverse again is about things coming down, barriers being removed. So certainly you could see more. And Judgment, it's like a massive decision. There's something changing that's really quite major. I'm almost getting the sense that King of Swords in reverse is about the internet. And I'm feeling like I'm going to reference Angel's keyword here, the industry for corn. There might be some kind of something around that with barriers, restrictions, government intervention, something around that.
Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, we're going to see something about corn. Maybe twins.
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yes. Yes,
the
for
week of
Thanksgiving. Exactly. It's like twins. Like we're going to see twinning. They're going to be like girls with the same shoes on, the same outfits. Maybe it's also gambling too. And we're seeing, here's something interesting. I was watching this morning. It's called prediction markets with sports are really big in Europe and not so much in the US and regulations and such. There's a big sports scandal in the US because there wasn't much regulation. So we're seeing sports, we're seeing scorpionic investments and betting, and then also the predictions market, which is Aquarius. Eleanor, you said a prominent politician has been sent to jail today for association with Russia. With the moon in Capricorn, this is cold. This is being cold. Everybody's going to be kind of shut in this week because of the weather. What are you seeing for the weather for England this week?
Okay, let's see. Well, there could be a lot of moisture, water, flooding, perhaps. There could be some flooding with that 7 of Cups. Ooh, the Devil. That's extra. That's just extra water. Lots of extra water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. And okay. And thank you, Michelle. Please tap the like button for lovely Val and Amber. Yes, please do. I know, Angel. Christmas dress up. So that's Virgo. That's jobs. We're going to hear a lot more about jobs. I think we're hearing about lies and jobs. So we've got Princess Catherine's solar return. And so we've got something happening here. And I think it has to do with the firm. This is based on the UK solar chart that I was seeing where there's that Mars there. There's something going on here, but it's kind of a shock here to Catherine. I think Catherine's money. There's something that's kind of switched around, and the firm would be the 8th house. The 8th house is your top bosses if you're going to look at your own solar return chart. So this is something that could be quite a switch for her. It's an asset. What is Princess Catherine switching?
Well, Val, does it always have to match exactly? Money. She's plucking the money and taking it off the tree, but it's in the reverse, so it's like shaking the money tree. What is it for? Oh, maybe health and wellness, something. Okay. Moving assets to do and invest in something with health and wellness, or something abroad, like a retreat. I know you've said that before. That's really weird.
The retreat one. What card is that again?
Or something.
What card is that?
The 7 of Wands.
7?
This?
Yeah.
This one. Yeah.
Okay, the 7 of Wands. Now that one can also be maybe like defending oneself or taking a stand. Could it be? Could it also? And it's so funny. Michelle's like, "You're a feisty woman drinking Yorkshire Gold." Oh, that's right. That's how I roll. And so speaking of feisty, it's like, is she being feisty? Like, is she standing? She's breaking from something, and she's like, I've got my limits. Maybe.
It is kind of a protective circle. It's barriers, boundaries, and it could have to do with money, or hiding money or keeping money, taking.
It looks like a lot.
Putting money over here.
It looks like a lot. And Angel, you said your friend's from Yorkshire, and he won't hear of me drinking anything but Yorkshire tea. You can actually buy it here in Australia. Good for you and him. And now, all right. And so this is King Charles. If you want to make your own weekly prediction, you can use your birth time where you are now and just use the date for Sunday, but it's got to have to be your birth time. So I did that for King Charles. And he has a Leo rising chart. So we're going to look at where the sun is this week. It's right here. And nice grand trine, actually. Could this possibly be something really good in the news that's happening for him? I would say it's probably going to be maybe Sunday or Thursday.
I love this card again. this is maybe, him being in receipt of something, receiving something. I like to see this as someone who might actually have sort of a tender moment with him. And it could be a younger man. It could be a younger man that has sort of a touching moment with him.
But that's also good news too.
It is.
Isn't it? It's like the good news card.
Yes.
Any clarifier on on that, what would you say if you got a clarifier?
That 5 of Wands reversed again is about good news, meaning like restrictions are released. Maybe he's released of some kind of restriction that he no longer has. And
I love that. Good for him.
Yeah.
And I mean, we cheer for everyone here. We cheer for royals. We cheer for non-royals, people with titles, people who don't have titles, narcissists, people who have been accused of murder. We, innocent until proven guilty, right? So also we've got the sports industry here, big trine here, with, not to say that this has to do with King Charles, but I wonder if he's giving out more titles to sports people. There's some kind of good news here. A nice blue line means something maybe with sports and family. What do you think?
Maybe. The Hermit coming out with that kind of question is almost like wait and see. There's not much you can't see this person. It might be somebody who's just not typically front and center in the news. 10 of Swords doesn't feel like it.
Okay. Could be somebody with a foreign name, somebody coming from a foreign country, which would be the Sag. Could be an American.
Yeah.
And also, all right, by Monday, there's some kind of news here about maybe a college, and it is something that possibly affects his family. This is also William. The 5th house is William. So, is there something that William wants to do, but he can't?
Towers never come out so much. Wow. Yeah, that could be. Yeah, it's something that he just wants to control. I mean, it's something within, his purview, his role that he can't do. Or, it feels like it's like, no, you can't do that now. Just slow your roll. Just ease up, right? Take your foot off the gas a minute. That Knight of Pentacles. Could be like, stop spending so much money.
There's disagreement there. And they can't move forward when you have squares to the nodes like that. It's at least for that week. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to resolve it, because it's not going to. You just have to let it go until you're off of that square there. Angel, it's ironic that Val named the show Off the Rails, and then we got a whole lot of chat invaders earlier. Totally. Oh, well, if that's the worst of the problems, I suppose that's a good thing, and makes it more exciting. Let's see. And in his chart this week, we have the moon in a nice aspect. So this can show, what would the moon represent? Moon is the 11th and the 12th for him. So could be his home, could be something that he's doing where he's just going home. I don't blame him. Now, he also has something here. This is Camilla. She's way up at the top here. And we might be hearing about some kind of news with Camilla, that she is changing something. And it is possible that, is it home related? Are they, is there some kind of news coming with Camilla?
Interesting. Very well could be.
Okay.
Yeah. She might achieve some goal. I know she has, where are her grandchildren? Would she be closer to her grandchildren? She might be just seen with grandchildren.
maybe, maybe. She's way up at the top there, and it's like it doesn't look pretty to me. It looks as
Ooh.
if somebody's trying to bring her down and doing so with a betrayal. There's a revenge move or motive.
Mm.
Yeah.
She might feel betrayed by her family. So I
Okay.
got that family card as you said that, and then this Ace of Wands in reverse.
Hmm.
That's like someone trying to, put your lights out.
Yeah. Yeah, it could be a family member maybe, but
Yeah.
sometimes it's unintentional because it's the
Yeah.
holidays and people have to choose and make decisions that are
Yeah.
difficult. Yeah. And let's see, Venus represents his home this year or this week, and yeah, there's something about the home, maybe about real estate,
Mhm.
and I wonder if
Hmm.
there's gonna be some kind of is there a tell-all that's happening that's gonna affect King Charles in the next month or so?
Hmm. It's like that 1-2 punch. Maybe more than one thing. Maybe more than one thing that sort of,
Okay.
you know, puts a
Ooh,
knife in you. Mhm.
looks like a couple of women there.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. And well, that's all I have. Except I did want to ask you, coming up for the UK, what did they have to look forward to this week?
You
It's
know,
quite a general question.
it is. And I was going to say this earlier when you asked about the weather. I did get a lot of water, but I would love anyone in the chat to tell me because I'm seeing snow. Do you have snow yet? Um, I'd be curious. Well, this looks like, honestly, this two together, this is like taking time off work. You're taking
Yeah.
time off work. People are taking time out. It may be because of weather, could be because of that, but it's intentional to like, this is put your feet up, put on the kettle and have a cup of tea and stay warm and dry.
You know what? I think I saw the picture this morning, or it was yesterday, where there's a beautiful picture of London in the snow, and it said London's first snow. Hmm.
Oh, there is okay, because I
Yes.
kept looking at this card and it's not what I was looking at for, but I kept seeing the snow that he's running through. And I thought, I wonder if there's a little snow in the ground or will be first snow. Good.
All right.
Ah, okay.
Well, thank you so much, and, we hope I don't think we're gonna be recording next week because it's a holiday, but, I hope you enjoy it with your family and have a
Me
lot of,
too.
good food and a great time, and we'll see you all, soon, and we are giving thanks to you guys, so we're thankful for all of your support, and, we'll see you next time.
Thanks,